The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Monday morning, it's the third day of October. Our temperatures are starting to moderate. We're getting back into some warmer temperatures, but the humidity is going to stay down, and unfortunately, the rain chances for the next several days looking bleak. We'll get into that. Obviously, all eyes are on Hurricane Matthew. Matthew is a monster, even a bigger monster than what we thought when I talked to you like on Friday, standing right here. However, so far, Matthew hasn't affected any land areas, any populated areas, but that's about to change. And Matthew will be terrorizing some countries in the Caribbean. This is going to be an awful, awful story. And then into the Bahamas. But will the U.S. be affected? The jury is still out. So far, things are looking okay. We'll get into the meat and potatoes on Matthew right after we start with the wide shot this morning.
On the big map, you see the front that brought the clouds here yesterday has settled into North Florida. That's the front that is going to be a player in the future steering of Matthew, and you can see the hurricane down there in the south central Caribbean. Now, the rain associated in Florida today is not with Matthew. It is just tropical rain with the frontal system. The rains from Matthew are still not on that particular map down there in the south central Caribbean. For us today, it looks like a dry day, sunshine, low humidity with a high temperature. Yeah, we're warming up to about 90, but a manageable 90. Tonight's low 63, so the nights are getting a little warmer too. North winds at 4 to 8 miles per hour today. On the water vapor channel, you see that trough of low pressure across the southeastern U.S. That's going to be a major player in steering Matthew away from Florida, but maybe not the Carolinas. More on that in just a moment. Look at the storm this morning. Still 130 mile an hour winds, teetering between Category 3 and Category 4, officially a Category 3 right now. And moving on northward, expected to have an encounter with the western tip of Haiti late tonight, and then with Cuba tomorrow, and then into the Bahamas on Wednesday, then farther north. And look how the cone then aims for the Carolinas by next weekend. So very much still in question on whether we'll be affected here in the United States. Look at the rainfall totals in Haiti. This could be a disaster. Over 25 inches of rain, some places up to 40 inches of rain. Here's the spaghetti plots. Fortunately, the spaghetti plots are all together. They're not all over the place. So it shows it going through the Bahamas, off the Florida coast, but then maybe an encounter with the Carolinas late next weekend. The European also suggesting that, although the European ensembles are a little bit more off the coast than the U.S. GFS model, so there is not substantial model agreement. There is another system out there, 98L. Still unclear how 98L could play into the whole ball game here. I'm not sure how much of an effect it will have. Tomorrow's high, again, around 90. We're still dry for the rest of the week with high temperatures in the upper 80s Wednesday and Thursday, then somewhat cooler air coming in for the following weekend, according to some of the longer range models. But as far as rainfall potential, not good this week. And in fact, according to the European, not good for the next 10 days here. Very bad news with the drought continuing to intensify. The European out 10 days shows some cooler air next weekend again, and it also indicates that, the GFS is also agreeing with that, saying next Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday mornings will be a lot cooler, and the afternoons will be cooler again. Maybe not quite as cool as those numbers indicate, but a nice shot of fresh air again. We're looking at the European numbers out 15 days, and we see that by the middle of October, temperatures continue to look a little bit better that week as well. But still, no sign of any substantial rain anytime soon.
We will continue to monitor Matthew closely, of course. I've got some dear friends who are in Haiti who used to live actually in the house next door here at one point. They are missionaries down there, and I've been updating them, and this is going to be a terrible ordeal for them and for so many other people in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, in Cuba, and of course Haiti, and then into the Bahamas. We'll be watching it very, very carefully. On this day in hurricane history, we were watching a storm in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico in 1995. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Opal. Opal would have struck tomorrow. So tomorrow is the anniversary, but we were watching it on this date. Hey, there'll be a live update from the Blue Water Weather Center at 11 o'clock this morning, the latest on Matthew and so much more at RichThomasWeatherNetwork.com, live on the radio this morning, 6 to 9 on NewsTalk 93.1 and on BAMA Country, and your forecast all day long on the 8 radio station group, which is Blue Water Broadcasting. Plus another video for you right here tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. Have a great day, and I'll keep you up to date and see you later.
Rich Thomas Weather.